At Quell, we have a clear vision of becoming the leading cell therapy player in the field of immune dysregulation. And in doing so, we have a great opportunity to revolutionize the treatment for a number of patients that are suffering from autoimmune conditions, inflammatory conditions, and also patients that have received solid organ transplants. All of those patients currently take global immunosuppression, and that global immunosuppression can lead to a number of adverse events and side effects, notably serious infections, an increased cardiovascular risk, and even an increase in the risk of cancer. By using modular engineered Tregs, we believe we have the opportunity to introduce a new balance to their immune system and introduce a new tolerant state. And it's the promise of being able to achieve that for patients that makes us really excited about the future. Transplantation is miraculous. I know this from first-hand experience. My father-in-law was a transplant recipient. And whilst transplantation is transformational, it is not always the full cure that it's intended to be. When you look at the morbidity and mortality risk of transplant recipients, and here we're looking at liver transplant recipients, their overall risk of morbidity and mortality is equivalent to that of many common forms of cancer, notably even breast cancer. And that's because they receive global immunosuppression. And when a patient is globally immunosuppressed, that person is more susceptible to infections and serious infections. They can have an increase in cardiovascular risk, an increase in diabetes, and even an increase in certain types of cancer. Now with multiply engineered Tregs, we have the opportunity to introduce a new tolerant state to those patients, enabling them to potentially discontinue that global immunosuppression that they had to be on to get through their transplant. And that can potentially be achieved in one course of therapy. That's the promise that we believe in within Quell, and that's something that we think takes transplantation for being transformational to also be the full cure that it was always intended to be. At Quell, we are already a mission-centric company, with patients really being very much at the heart of that mission. We're also building a very culture-centric organization, an organization where every single one of us lives up to those cultural values every day. And to ensure that we do that, along with the leadership team, we've generated what we call a blueprint for our culture, which really sets out 5 core values. That we are innovative, that we are collaborative, that we are respectful, that we're accountable, and that we have integrity in everything that we do. And in all of those, really, respect lies at the heart. Respect for the people within the team, respect for the ideas that they bring, respect for their thinking style, their communication style, respect for the social background or the cultural background that that individual may come from, respect for the integrity of the science that we're developing as a company and how we're moving our programs forward, and importantly, respect for the people, respect for the patients that are right at the heart of our mission. And I fundamentally believe that when we get that right, then collaboration and trust will follow, and that will lead to us being a very successful organization.